I also know that the lab has been doing some amazing projects. As you mentioned, that co-design element, around tackling some of these bigger issues. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you have going on over there?
Oh yeah, we've got some really exciting work. So what Margo didn't say in my introduction is I get to play in all the fun sandboxes. So I get to really dig in on issues that are weighty and, as I said earlier, wicked. These are wicked problems, but there's oh so much fun to unpack and try to really make a difference with. So the lab has a wide variety of projects along these lines, kind of looking at these things from different angles. And so I'm going to just give you some examples of that, and we can dig into any of them that might be of interest. So the first one is single mom success, which is really about co-designing with colleges, transformational strategies. And that's kind of an important piece. A lot of what we do is talking about organizational transformation, which means it's deeper than any one product. It's not a technology. Folks, I'm not here to sell you anything. It's about really transforming organizations to really drastically improve completion rates for single mothers, for those who are caring for their children. And this is not just childcare services, right? This is much deeper. How can we make sure that single moms who do go back to school for post-secondary education are on academic pathways that are going to get them jobs, good paying jobs that will allow them to be better mothers as they continue on that pathway? So that's one of the projects that we have underway. Another project is called Bridges, our Bridges Rural. And this is really focused on rural communities and rural community colleges. And how can we look at a higher ed institution in a rural community to serve as a critical economic growth engine for their learners and their communities, to elevate in that community. Potentially, now that we have everyone who's working remotely, the great resignation, people necessarily don't want to come back to the office. How can we in those rural communities think about bringing those businesses that might allow for remote work as an economic engine to build economic vitality and quality of life for those rural communities? Another project, which is really growing by leaps and bounds in the United States, is called the Community College Growth Engine Fund. And this is leading the nation and their regions and creating micro pathways with employers. And what are micro pathways? They're co-designed with learners and employers. The micro pathways are defined as 2 or more stackable credentials, keeping them as 2 or more stackable credentials, including a 21st century skill micro-credential, and in some sort of industry content credential, that are flexibly delivered to be achieved within less than a year and result in a job at or above the local median wage. They have to be workplace responsive, these micro pathways. And we're shocked that many of the colleges, rather than just having at least 2 of those credentials I talked about, are putting 3, 4, 5 industry certifications, as well as the 21st century skills. They're packaging those up in less than a year. So these are alternative opportunities. And then attached to that, we have another project called the Data Collaborative for Skills-Based Economy, where we're studying the labor and wage impact of these innovative models, whether we're talking about bridges or single moms or community or the micro pathways. How can we learn about what are the skills insights we can gain and learn about the impact for the learner earner as far as elevating their meaningful work as well as their wage, but the communities that they're serving as well. So we're getting into that side of things. And then a couple of projects we're working on with digital micro-credentialing. So Badge to Hire was built on the success from a project we had, Tee Up the Skills. And I think, Margo, you might have mentioned that the T profile. Well, the T profile is a tool where across the top of the T are those durable, ongoing skills. And I can send you a visual for this, but it's the skills that go on over time. They're durable. And the T's not our thought leadership. That's coming out of the 1990s. Down the base of the T are those skills that go more in depth. The others are cross-domain. They go over time, and there's more breadth to them. Down the base of the T, these are the technical skills and certifications that are required, and they change quickly over time, right? So we know technology shifts, and people need to adapt their skills to be able to stay conversant in whatever that job role is over time. And those go down the base of the T. So we've designed a tool to work with employers to gather what their ideal job role employee looks like to fill that need with the combination of those skills, right? And so Batch to Hire is all about how can we evaluate the value of 21st century skills micro-credentialing as a hiring signal for career readiness, particularly when we're talking about those who are underserved learners or those new majority learners. Just today, I was delivering a workshop with my colleague in Polk County School District, which I live in Polk County, Florida, where we're testing out the 21st century skills digital micro-credentials with high school students to see if 11th and 12th graders who receive the digital micro-credentials see a benefit on their resumes, and the local businesses hire them, giving them skills even in high school, and to see whether this is viable in that environment.